Okay, guys, it's time to announce my top 10 of the year, best movies of the year. So, before we start, I gotta say, tomorrow I'm gonna have my worst. Tonight I'm gonna have that New Year's Eve thing. But yeah, before we start the list, here are some honorable mentions. Edge of Tomorrow, Interstellar, X-Men Days of Future Past, Mockingjay Part 1, The Lego Movie, The Babadook, or however you want to pronounce it. Foxcatcher, The Interview, Neighbors, The Tale of the Princess Kaguya, The Guest, 22 Jump Street, John Wick, Godzilla, and The Grand Budapest Hotel. Okay, so let's get to the actual list. So number 10, Captain America: The Winter Soldier. It's an excellent comic book movie. I mean, it was my most anticipated movie of the year. So I'm glad to say that it's on my list. Yeah, Captain America: The Winter Soldier and Edge of Tomorrow were fighting it out, really hard over the 10th spot. And I watched both of them again, and I came to the conclusion that Captain America: The Winter Soldier is a bit better. And okay, so number 9 is a movie that pretty much no one will have on their list. I have like 2 movies on this list that no one will have on their list, and maybe 3 actually, but that people still really enjoyed overall. That is The Fault in Our Stars. I know I was praising this movie when it came out. Still not as good. I still gave it an A, but I mean, it's not quite as good as I remember it being when I went back and watched it a couple times. So yeah, Fault in Our Stars is number 9. I know a lot of people are gonna be like, you put that over Captain America. Sorry, my opinions. I should have said that before the video started. My opinions. Number 8, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. I'm just gonna say it. But Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes has amazing set pieces for one. I've never mentioned this. Here's why I mentioned set pieces. I went back and watched the bonus features. They built all these things out of real wood and with their own hands. I mean, I could respect someone for that. Had like 6,000 trees. That was frickin'. Yeah. The movie's amazing. Well, not amazing, but it's really good. The movie is excellent, but they built their own sets, which is really cool. Just a little fact to mention. But yeah, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes is an excellent movie. It's an excellent war movie. Yeah. Number 7 is my second favorite animated movie of the year, which would be How to Train Your Dragon 2. I was actually surprised this made my list, but I was thinking back to all my favorite movies, and I rewatched How to Train Your Dragon 2 again on Blu-ray, and it is an excellent movie. It is a really emotional animated movie, and yeah, it was really cute, funny, depressing at times in a weird way. Not depressing, but how do I say this? Emotional. And it was quite funny too. If I didn't mention that already. It's an excellent movie. I love How to Train Your Dragon 2. So number 6 was my favorite animated movie of the year, Big Hero 6. Coincidence. But Big Hero 6 is an excellent animated movie. It has emotion, action, comedy. It's such a good movie. It has such a decent story. I love Baymax. I'll put it that way. Baymax is like the best character of a 2014 movie. My opinion, obviously, but Baymax is amazing. So Baymax for the win. Okay, so number 5 is Nightcrawler. Jake Gyllenhaal delivers probably the best performance of his career, by far. I never reviewed this movie. I didn't review a lot of these movies, so yeah. But Nightcrawler is an excellent movie. I mean, I implore you to see it. It is an excellent movie. I gave it an A actually when it came out. I love Nightcrawler. So number 4 would be probably my favorite comic book movie this year, which would be Guardians of the Galaxy. Guardians of the Galaxy is just awesome. It's freaking hilarious. I mean, I don't laugh out loud a lot, so when I think something is quite hilarious, I don't always laugh. Just letting you know. I try to maintain my silence. I don't like laughing for some reason. I like laughing, but when I laugh, it's incredibly annoying. My real laugh. So yeah, I try to keep my silence. But Guardians of the Galaxy is hilarious. It's really freaking good. I'm pretty sure you've already checked it out if you like movies, because it's like the highest grossing movie this year. Domestically. Okay, so number 3. Sorry about all the crap in my throat. Number 3 is The Hobbit, The Battle of the Five Armies. Sure, it does start out a bit slow after like the first 15 minutes, but I don't freaking care. It is awesome. It wraps everything up so perfectly. I'm actually watching Lord of the Rings again right now. I just paused 2 towers to make this video. But, yeah, I'm on 2 towers now. It wraps everything up so perfectly. I love it. The Hobbit, The Battle of the Five Armies is number 3. No one will probably have that on their list. The other one that I didn't think that no one would really have on the list, Big Hero 6, which I already mentioned, so. Okay, so this is the, what do you call this? Like the nitty gritty, I guess you can call it. Number 2 and 1. So number 2 and number 1 actually kind of had a battle for a bit there. I mean, they didn't keep switching back and forth, but I kept wanting to switch them back and forth. I just too lazy to do it on my list. So really, they kept going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth in my mind. So number 2, I decided definitely after I had to go see these movies again, to just make it a final decision. Number 2 would be Boyhood. Now, Boyhood is just perfect. I don't like using the word perfect. Nothing's perfect. Let's think. Amazing. These are the only 2 movies I gave an A+ to this year. I never saw Birdman. I never saw Whiplash. I did see Foxcatcher, though. I didn't mention that. I did see Foxcatcher, and that was in my honorable mention, so you heard that already. But Boyhood is such a good coming-of-age movie. It's filmed over, like, I guess it's coming-of-age, but it's filmed over a 12-year period. 12 freaking years in reality with the same actors. That was just, that blew my freaking mind. Okay, Boyhood is number 2. It's amazing. Number 1, we're down to my favorite movie of 2014. I've never reviewed this movie. I did have it in a, like that video where I had my ratings updates for the movies I didn't review, and I could probably do that again. That was stressful. So my number 1 of 2014, a lot of people probably saw this coming. It is Gone Girl. Gone Girl. It's Gone Girl. It's amazing. I sat down in that theater, and I did not once look away from that screen once that movie started. It is shot perfectly. David Fincher is a perfectionist, so it's really interesting the way he does his movies. And yeah, as I said, he's a perfectionist. He'll have the tiniest moves redone several times. So he's a perfectionist, and I love him for that bit. So Gone Girl is my favorite movie of 2014. It has an amazing story, really interesting plot, really interesting like whodunit scenario thing. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but it's a really different movie. I promise you that. And I already pre-ordered the Blu-ray, so that should be here on the 13th. So that's my top 10 movies of the year of 2014. So what are your top 10, I guess I should ask? Or what's just your favorite movie? What's your least favorite movie of the year, which I'll be getting to tomorrow. I have to do that, yes. we still have to do the top 10 worst. I should have filmed that today and do that tomorrow, but I'll do that tomorrow, I guess. I just can't. If you can't tell, I'm in my bed still. I'm tired. It's only 8:30. So that's my top 10 movies of 2014. Now I have to edit this video. So, peace.